It's sure been an interesting time for the Halo series as of late, but with Halo 3 finally added to Steam and Halo Infinite stirring controversy, there's been no better time for old and new players to dive back into the Halo universe. Whether you never left the hype train or have recently hopped back on like myself, I can't think of many ways to get reacquainted with Halo than to dive into one of the franchise's most overlooked aspects, its Easter eggs. Since the first game in the series to its spin-offs to even other forms of media, Halo has notably the most iconic Easter eggs in gaming history. It would take hours to explain every single one in depth, but today we're going to cut all the heresy and look at the top 5 best Halo Easter eggs. For this list, we'll be ranking each hidden gem by its creativity, the steps required to find them, and overall how amazing they are. For older fans, some of these may be familiar, but if you're coming in fresh, sit back because you're in for a ride. With that said, let's get this great journey started. I couldn't think of a better way to start off this list than by looking at a few Easter eggs that reference the developers behind the scenes. One such reference could be found by starting up the Halo 2 mission Gravemind on Legendary. Allow the cutscene to play through like normal until it cuts to High Charity. During the scene where brutes are holding back crowds at Covenant, you'll see a cutout of Bungie's co-founder Jason Jones wearing nothing but shorts and a bandana. If you perform the same steps on the anniversary version of Halo 2, you can instead see 343's franchise development director Frank O'Connor. By looking closely, you'll see he's holding a mop and is wearing a janitor's outfit. This is actually a reference to another Easter egg from the online series Forward on the Dawn, where Frank O'Connor played the janitor at the Korbulu Academy. Moving on to Halo ODST, start up the 8th mission on Legendary and play through it normally until you escort the Phantom through 2 of the locked tunnels. Now make your way to this location and land the Banshee in front of this large digital sign. Carefully make your way along this path and jump down to this lower ledge. After a second or two, you'll see a cutout of composer Marty O'Donnell dancing with hearts and bubbles appearing behind him. Quite a nice nod to one of the greatest composers in the gaming industry. In Halo 3, you could find Jason Jones again by going off the trail in the final mission and making a tricky jump over to this ledge. By the way, I highly recommend using the Acrophobia skull so this Easter egg's a breeze to reach. Anyways, continue along this ledge and you'll find Jason again floating up and down. Kind of a strange Easter egg, but no less amazing to find. One last dev could be found on the heroic map Standoff. Grab a sniper or go in the theater and zoom in on the satellite station behind Blue Base. You should see the 3D artist Travis Brandy standing there with his hands on his waist. Next, we have a secret weapon on the Halo 2 mission Outskirts. At the very beginning, make your way into this narrow hallway and crouch jump onto this light. Now crouch jump again and follow the same path as I'm showing here. If you're playing on the anniversary version, you may want to turn on the Sputnik and Boom Skulls in order to make this grenade jump easier to pull off. Now just continue until you reach these air conditioners and make a left and carefully make your way inside this destroyed part of the building. And as you can see, there's an energy sword and bloody rocks that spell Rex. This is a reference to Bungie's programmer Tyson Green, who went by Ferrix in The Office. Now, what makes this energy sword even more special is that it will have infinite ammo. This could be useful if you're playing on higher difficulties, especially since the Easter egg lets you skip one of the hardest spots in the beginning. But nothing can protect you from the nightmare that is the sniper jackals. Please God, make them stop. One of the most commendable traits of Bungie and 343 is their compassion for the community. Nowhere is this more apparent than in their nods and Easter eggs for the studio Rooster Teeth. Most known for their popular series Red vs. Blue, the later Halo games didn't shy away from thanking them in some of the coolest ways possible. During the mission Crow's Nest on Halo 3, make your way to the end of this tunnel to see this hilarious interaction.
Hey, open up!
Password, please!
You gotta be kidding me, what password?
The password so we don't open the door for brutes.
Do I sound like a brute to you?
Well, you could be held prisoner by brutes.
If I was held prisoner by brutes and knew the password, then the brutes could just force me to tell you the password and you'd open the door for them.
Okay, well now I'm definitely not gonna open the door.
But we need ammo!
Well, why don't you go ask your brute buddies then?
What makes this Easter egg even better is that it has unique dialogue from other Rooster Teeth members per difficulty.
Hey! Open up!
What's the password?
Password? Oh man, I forgot.
Forgot what?
I forgot the password.
See, that was almost right. See, the password begins with I forgot, but ends differently. Try again.
No, I mean I forgot the password.
Okay, see, you got it wrong again. See, you said the same thing as last time.
I'm being serious. I don't know the password.
No. See, you changed the first part. See, that part was the right part. See, now you got the whole thing wrong.
No, I forgot what the password is, and I just need you to open the door.
All right, come on, man. Now you're just guessing.
Throughout Halo 4 Spartan Ops, hidden radios can be found that will play a portion of the Red vs. Blue theme by shooting them.
Marines have retrieved turrets from the Pelican and deployed them. They just need to be brought online.
This then leads to unique radio conversations.
Hold tight, ground forces. We are inbound with reinforcements. Don't want to say exactly what, but you'll like them. It's giant robots. What? Griff, you ruined the surprise. You have no flair for the dramatic.
They're in battle, idiot. How dramatic do you want it to get?
But for probably the biggest tribute to the entire community, play the 9th mission of Halo Reach on Legendary. After clearing the waves of Covenant trying to break into Halsey's lab, there'll be a hidden switch that can be activated by using a jetpack. This will cause a door filled with golden elites to open. After a harrowing battle, going through the doors will teleport you to Halsey's lab. Here, you'll find countless tributes to some of the community's most iconic treasures like the Red vs. Blue show and even the classic Warthog grenade launches from Halo Combat Evolved. Not many companies tend to show this level of appreciation to their fan base, so this makes this Easter egg all the more special. If you ask any OG Halo fan what their most requested feature was for a Halo game, the usual response is the ability to fly the beloved Pelican and Phantom. Well, for Halo Reach, Bungie finally made that a reality with this amazing secret. Start the mission New Alexandria in co-op and play through it until the first generator is destroyed. Make sure to grab the jetpacks behind it in order to properly pull off the Easter egg. Now continue through the mission until you're asked to destroy all the anti-air turrets around the Oni Tower. Instead, fly the Falcon to this building past Club O'Hara. Around the backside, the switch can be found. You will now need your co-op partner to use the jetpack to reach the switch to activate it. Lastly, fly through the center of the circular building and you'll be warped into the pilot seat of a Pelican. This Easter egg was Bungie's answer to a decade of fan wishes. The Pelican may have slightly awkward controls, but that wouldn't take away from the hours of enjoyment this Easter egg would offer players. I can't tell you the countless hours I spent with this Easter egg, flying my friends to random locations and just having fun. Also, if you're able to fly a Banshee through the building, you'll be given a flyable Phantom. Both aircrafts can easily fly outside the map, so there's even more reason to do this Easter egg and explore the vast unknown. And for number 1, we had the legendary Scarab Gun. On the mission Metropolis in Halo 2, you will need to painstakingly lure a Banshee into this underground tunnel. This can prove to be quite tricky, so I recommend playing on lower difficulties. Make sure to also kill all the Marines so they don't blow up the Banshee. Once you finally reach the end of the tunnel, carefully lead the Banshee into this vent that continues to the next section of the level. Now, just as the game is loading the second portion of the map, you'll have to hijack the Banshee before it despawns. After all that, fly to this large structure where you'll find a plasma rifle hovering above a street cone. Pick it up and pull the trigger. That's right, the gun fires the same beam as the Scarab. The simple fact that this was found way before players poked through the game's files is simply incredible. Also, just look at this insanity. This is the most beautiful Easter egg I have ever seen. You can head back and finish the level and utterly decimate any opponent that gets in your way. I'd say the steps it takes to reach this beast and the sheer epicness of the weapon makes it the best Easter egg in Halo, if not the best Easter egg of all time. Well, there you have the top 5 best Easter eggs in the Halo series. If there's an Easter egg you like in particular, or one that didn't make the list, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Before ending today's video, I'd like to give a special shout out to my Patreon sponsors: John, Jordan Flattery, Delta, Scissorp, KM, Sam Just, Sis121525, In the Bayou, and The Outcast. Like always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
You ready, boys?
Yeah.
And here we go.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Oh my.
We got
got fucked up. He was all the way in the crowd. My